Ellen is here.
Absolutely.
We are live. We are back. And we have just one bill left that we're going to get out before crossover. And that's S60. So Ellen, why don't you walk us through where we ended yesterday? And maybe that'll be where we end all told. Okay. Here we go.
Okay. Once again, Ellen Tchaikovsky, Office of Legislative Counsel, and this is S60. Your committee discussed this bill yesterday, and I drafted an amendment to reflect the discussion. So this is on your website under my name as draft 3.1. It's a strike all amendment. So I think there are only 3 changes from yesterday. First, we're talking about the
Yeah, just walk us through it so everyone is refreshed as to where we ended yesterday.
Okay, so we're in Title 30, Section 218D. So this is innovative rates for municipal co-op and co-ops. So notwithstanding subsection A of this section and the other sections related to this, a municipal company formed under a local charter and an electric co-op formed under Chapter 81 shall be authorized to change its rates for service to its customers if the rate change is applied to all customers equally, not more than 2% during any 12-month period, cumulatively not more than 10% from the last rates approved by the commission, and not going to take effect more than 10 years from the last approval for a rate change from the commission. So that was one of the changes you discussed yesterday, was this and on line 16.
Yeah.
So then section 2, a municipal company or co-op shall provide written notice of a rate change to its customers, the Department of Public Service, and the commission at least 45 days prior to implementing the rate change. Included in the submission shall be a rate analysis describing the rationale for the rate change. Unless an objection is filed by the department with the commission within 45 days of this notice, or the commission orders an investigation on its own motion, the municipal company or electric co-op may implement the change. If the department does not object to the change within 30 days, 5 persons adversely affected by the change may apply at their own expense to the commission by petition alleging why the change is unreasonable and unjust and asking that the commission investigate the matter and make such orders as justice and law required. So that within 30 days is new based on yesterday's conversation.
Ellen, is as justice and law require a term of art of some kind?
Yeah, it is a phrase that's used throughout this chapter in Title 30. So it's a little old, but
It's utility law. Okay, does anyone have a problem with that? Okay, we can keep going.
a municipal company or electric co-op shall be eligible to change its rates pursuant to this subsection only if it has received approval for a rate change from its governing body at a duly warned meeting held for such purpose prior to filing its written notice with the department and the commission. And the commission shall establish by rule or order standards and procedures for implementing this subsection.
Okay, are we
That's
so far, folks? I'm not hearing anything, so keep going.
So then subsection O, a municipal company or an electric co-op formed under Chapter 81 shall be authorized to offer innovative rates or services to their customers as pilot programs without obtaining prior approval from the commission if the rate or service is designed to satisfy the requirements of Tier 3 or to advance the goals of the state comprehensive energy plan. has a duration of 18 months or less, and shall not result in plant additions of more than 2% of the municipal company or electric co-op's net plant capacity, or an increase in the overall cost of service by more than 2%. The muni or electric co-op shall provide written notice of an innovative rate or service to its customers, the department, and the commission at least 45 days prior to offering the innovative rate or service to its customers. Included with the submission shall be the terms and conditions of service. Unless an objection to the innovative rate or service is filed with the commission within 45 days notice of this notice, or the commission orders an investigation on its own motion, the municipal company or electric co-op may commence offering the innovative rate or service to its customers. The municipal company or co-op shall provide written notice to the department and the commission at least 45 days prior to the end of an innovative rate or service duration period with any proposed modifications to the terms and conditions. Unless an objection to the innovative rate or service is filed with the commission within 45 days of this notice, or the commission orders an investigation on its own motion, the municipal company or electric co-op may continue offering the innovative rate or service to its customers. The commission may allow for the innovative rate or service to remain in effect pending the outcome of an investigation into the notice filing. And the commission may establish by rule or order standards and procedures for implementing and interpreting this section. Effective date July 1, 2021.
Okay, committee.
One question.
Set, yes.
On line 9, on page 3, do we really want to be saying or do we want to be saying and? I think the difference is that if we say or, you can meet one of these two things and the other one could be very big. Do we want to allow? So I mean, just read it carefully. I think there's a big distinction between or and in subsection C.
Ellen, could you help us understand how much this parallels what the big utilities have already? Do you have that sense? I know this is sort of out of your wheelhouse, but.
I don't know off the top of my head. I suspect it's in the first part of 218D, so I can see if I can look, but I don't know off the top of my head.
So Senator Sorokin, what is your concern with the or?
Well, the way we talked about it yesterday, it sounded to me like we didn't want to put too restrictive a limit, either based upon the capital impact on the capital of the plant's capacity. I think there was some number like $9 million.
Yeah, that was
one of
the average plant net value, I think, of the munis.
You know, the committee could go either way, but it is a big difference between an or and an and. So
what difference are you seeing?
Well, where it says shall not result in, if it says and, it has to stay below both of those things. If it says or, it could be a very large impact on rates overall, as long as it stays below the net plant capacity. So you can meet one category but not the other, and in that way you open the door to more. I mean, maybe there's some real distinction in these, in what is viewed as an innovative project, that it's only applicable to either rates or net plant capacity. But, maybe Ellen can, at least from a legal perspective, explain that there is a distinction here.
You're on line 9, right?
It's only modifying subsection C. So,
Shall not result in.
Madam Chair,
Yeah. Senator Hardy.
sorry, I actually read it the opposite that you do, Senator Sorokin. I think that it's saying it shall not result in this thing or the other thing.
Right.
So it's actually more protective as an or than an and.
That's
Right.
where I was having trouble. I was reading it as it would have to have both effects if you put an and in there.
Right, because it's a not on the lead-in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's a good point. I'm not sure, actually. It's a double negative, but if the goal is to say neither of these should be exceeded in the thing, then we just should ask Ellen if that's what it achieves.
What if we just take or out?
Well,
Shall not result in plant additions and just not have a,
no conjunction? I don't know. Sounds pretty
Conjunction.
radical. Sounds pretty radical.
I know, is that good drafting procedure?
Probably not.
Don't we, I
Oh,
mean, isn't this,
conjunctions are very
Well,
tricky.
here's a way to solve it. If that's what we want to do, shall not result in either. That's all. Right?
I think you've got to do either or neither nor.
Okay, I think you're
I
right.
do remember that much. The
mean,
teacher thinks that's funny.
I mean, if that's what we're after, I think we just have to make sure we got it right.
I think we did. Senator Hardy, who was our note taker and secretary, thinks we did.
Well, that was
Senator
actually
McDonald, you're
in
the
the other
grandma.
section. We had the and and the or that we fussed over yesterday was in section N. And we
Yes,
didn't talk about this one. So this is just parallel to that conversation.
yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
I think Senator Hardy and I both admitted we got it wrong the first time. This time, I think it's right. It's one or the other.
Okay, so you're saying that, but the intent of the committee is that you don't want, you want to make sure that both of these are not exceeded, right?
No, anyone, Riley,
either of them?
either of them.
Right.
Riley, we are on page 9, page 3, line 9, and we are mulling over the word or.
Okay, I don't have the legislation in front of me.
Okay,
So-
it just says, where am I? This is your rates, and it says has a duration of 18 months or less and shall not result in plant additions of more than 2% of the municipal companies or electric cooperatives net plant capacity, or an increase in the municipal companies or electric cooperatives overall cost of service by more than 2%.
Right. Yeah, or
And-
is what we wanted. Yeah,
That means it can't do either one of those things.
can't do either one of those things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I apologize.
Sorry.
okay. So Senator Sirotkin, that's okay?
If that's what the intent is, I think we're on the record of what the intent is. Yeah, I'm confused at this point in terms of how to write it the best way, but I think the committee's intent is clear, so I'm fine with it.
If you find a better way to write it, we can always amend it on the floor.
Okay.
But I think it's clear as to what we understand the words to say in the clear meaning of the text. All right.
One way to read it and disentangle it is to read it and make it more verbose. Shall not result in blah, 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 and shall not result in. So
Senator Bray and Senator Sorokin, I am going to move that you two never be put on the same committee.
oh,
Other than our neckwear, we get along famously.
There isn't a word that doesn't get questioned. All right.
he's a lawyer. I'm an editor. It's kind of the
Ah.
same job.
Okay. And I'm just a chair trying to get this bill out of here before 6 o'clock tonight. I think, are there any other questions? Riley is with us. And this really is the language and proposal of the department on these alternative rates, or pilot projects. And we added the only thing we've done so far is added the within 30 days to keep the timeline straight. Anything else? Are we ready for a motion? Senator Bray,
I move that the committee amend S60 with draft number 3.1, timestamp 6:35 PM.
okay, this is a strike all amendment. Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Okay, all those opposed say no. I hear no nos. Senator McDonald, I do need to hear something. You're muted.
I voted yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you. I don't know if it passes muster to do a thumbs up. Senator Bray,
I move that the committee favorably report S60 as so amended.
Senator Bray has moved that we approve S60 as so amended. Further discussion? If not, all those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. That passes 7-0-0. And who would like to report this one? I can if no one else wants to.
I can if no one else wants to.
Yeah, I'll do it if nobody else wants to. I'll do
Oh,
it.
Senator Hardy.
Senator Bray, do you want to?
Sure.
Okay, Senator Bray wants to. So Ellen, if you can get that final clean thing over to Senator Bray, he can send it up along with the vote to Secretary Bloomer, and their staff may go home before midnight.
Forgive me for interrupting, but would Ellen just read to me the time and the draft numbers, et cetera?
This is draft 3.1. Time is 6:35 PM.
On the date of?
March 11th, 3/11.
11/21.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Committee, I think that's it. Thank you.
When we were rolling.
I know. Well, we could find a few other things to take up, but so far next week is fairly light, but I have a feeling come Tuesday morning, it might get a lot heavier. I've put our commissioner appointments are in next week, but that's just as filler. If we get a lot of bills, we will move them. Senator Hardy.
Yeah, I spoke to one of the commissioner reappointments that Faith sent me, so I can report on that, or
Okay,
how do you do it in this committee? I don't know.
we'll do a report and the committee will vote.
Okay, but we are having them into committee.
But for commissioners, you have them in, secretaries and commissioners.
A commissioner of the PUC. I spoke with Margaret Cheney. That's who I spoke with.
They're really department commissioners. I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
would
I think
have
we've only
faith-
done the chair of the PUC in the past, if I remember correctly. I don't
Yeah.
think we've done the individual committee.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't either.
That's fine.
it's
I mean,
the-
It's a reappointment.
right. It's a reappointment. She's awesome.
Yeah.
So I didn't think there was a problem, and I just keep forgetting
No.
to tell you, Madam Chair, so I can email.
No,
you
that's
something.
fine. Yeah, I have not been as good. I have, I think 3 I need to do.
Have been sent out to everyone. I don't recall.
Yeah,
receiving
no,
it,
you
but none that
didn't.
I got.
No, I think Senator Harding got one because 3 of the 4 were in my district. So if somebody would like to do one in my district, feel free, but we usually try and put them to people in your district. And usually those, but the commissioners we have in. So we've got the tax commissioner, the DPS commissioner, and one other commissioner that are under our jurisdiction. Senator Bray.
If we're done with talking about appointments and confirmations, I had a question, but if you want to keep going with that, I'll wait.
Senator McDonald, did you have a question?
I just wanted Ellen to hang on when we were done and not, I had a couple more questions for her. Didn't want to take everybody's time. So
Okay. Senator Bray.
So I'm just trying to make sure I remember what happened, how we parked at 64. Is that, that's the broadband taxing of broadband infrastructure taxing for VEC and WEC. Did we just say we're going to wait to see what comes from the House and then we'll pick it back up there?
Yeah, the WEC section is included in the big House broadband bill.
Okay.
And that was in Ways and Means. I think they thought it was going to the floor like today, but Representative Ansel said she intended to get it out. So I'm trusting that it's coming our way.
Okay,
If
thank-
not, we'll tack it on to whatever broadband bill does come our way. But to the best of my knowledge, it is coming to us and we're going to do it then.
Or it could be, might suffer a germaneness question, but it could be section 400 in the DFR bill, the captives, just.
But
slide.
yeah, we could try and sneak it, but we usually get caught when we try and do things like that.
we still live?
Still live. Which is why we don't try and do things like
Yeah. It's just fatigue.
It's been known to happen, and whoever tries it, their credibility is dead from then on. So
It was a joke at the end of a
I
tiring week.
know it was a joke. Okay, we can go off live. We can go home. I guess Senator McDonald wants you to stay on. Thank you. You've done yeoman's work for us this week. And enjoy the weekend, and we will see everybody